Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news other than the crazy American political campaign, which just seems to feed conspiracy narratives. We'll ignore that and just concentrate on the economic data. Over the weekend, China reported new yuan loan data for June, and it wasn't especially strong. Chinese banks extended $2.1 trillion in new yuan loans in June, a sharp contraction from the $3.1 trillion in June the previous year. China's exports were expected to rise 8% in June ahead of American tariffs, but they actually rose 8.6% to a 15-month high. Their imports fell 2.5%, however, when a 2.8% rise was expected. That divergence means they reported another big surplus, which will undoubtedly spread the fear of Chinese dumping from its overcapacity situation. And Japanese industrial production rose 3.6% in May from the prior month to be up 1.1% from a year ago, solidifying the evidence of an improving Japanese economy. No doubt the recent lower yen has helped, especially as the pressure from energy prices has waned substantially. And India's inflation rate rose to 5.1% in June, up a rather startling 1.3% in June alone. From a year ago, food prices were up 9.4%, however, within that. This rise was not expected, although their central bank is not expected to react to it because they have given themselves a very generous 2 to 6% target range for inflation. But they are now well above the 4% midpoint, and the froth developing in their breakneck economy expansion will need to be dealt with soon. American producer prices rose 2.6% in June from a year ago, up 0.3% for the month, the most since March 2023, and rising from an upwardly revised 2.4% rate in May. Markets had expected a rise of 2.3%. Under the hood, inflation pressures still lurk, but remain at a much more manageable level. The US Treasury 10-year yield is now at 4.19% and unchanged from Saturday. A week ago it was at 4.28%, so a 9 basis points net fall since then. And the price of gold will start today down $4 from Saturday at $2,410 an ounce. So far, no safe haven rush there. And oil prices are still just under $81.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is still just on $84.50 a barrel. A week ago, these prices were $83 and $86.50 a barrel, respectively. Earlier today, Kuwait said it had discovered a very large new oil reserve in a marine environment, and it plans to production as soon as possible. The Kiwi dollar starts today still at 61.2 US cents and back near the week ago level of 61.4 US cents. Against the Aussie was still at 90.2 Australian cents. Against the euro was still at 56.1 euro cents. That all means our trade-weighted index starts today at 69.9, but down from 70.6 of a week ago. You can get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again tomorrow.